Chef Pennington here. Today we're going to be doing cheesecake with a little bit of a twist. We're going to put a little nice caramel on the end, and I'm going to teach you guys how to get this for very cheap. It's a pretty cool little trick. So let's get started here. Cheesecake. I don't think very many people don't like cheesecake. And whoever came up with that idea, thank you very much, because cheesecake's delicious. So what I've got here is a whole pack of graham crackers with 4 pieces left over there at the end. And we're going to pulverize it into a nice powder. It takes a moment or two. We're going to add some melted butter in there. This is going to be the glue. This is what's going to bring everything together. You don't have to remix it too much. And we're looking for essentially wet sand. It's about the texture we're going for. Moist sand, not really wet. Here's something cool I found the other day. It's a new type of cheesecake tray. So after you bake it, it's super easy to remove it, and it keeps the outside of your presentation, the crust, it keeps it in perfect shape. It was really actually amazing. You guys will see here in a little bit. You guys could use a glass here. I just happen to have this, so I went ahead and gave it a try. But the bottom of a glass works really well. You can't ever beat your hands. It's the best tool in the kitchen. You definitely want to chill it, and the butter sets up and solidifies it, so it gives you more of a texture to work with, especially when we start filling it. We don't want it to just powder out and go everywhere. So we got 4 8-ounce packs here. I let them come to room temperature, pretty close to room temperature. They still have a chill on them. It just helps the mixing process get started a little better. Alright, we crack our eggs into a separate bowl, not directly into our bowl there, our big bowl. Don't want to get any shells. So we've got 5 eggs here. The yolk and the white. Give that a little bit of a head start there. Using the paddle attachment here. And just want to put them in little by little. This is just getting a head start, and then we're going to scrape down the middle. I only had to scrape it down twice here. This time, and then once everything's mixed up, you want to scrape deep into the bowl just to get all those goodies reincorporated. I use different speeds here. Sometimes I was whipping it really hard, sometimes not so much. Ultimately, you don't want to overmix. That's the key. So we're just mixing just enough, and then we want to stop. 1.5 cups of regular granulated sugar. A lot of recipes call for a cup and a 1/4. I think the little extra sugar really does help in this case, especially with this right here. One of our secret ingredients, really the secret ingredient, is a little bit of sour cream. It balances the flavors out. And that's what all cooking is really balance of flavor and making stuff taste good. This is, I would always put lemon. I would always suggest it, not in every single recipe, but if you're making a plain cheesecake, the lemon zest with none of the juice, it just brings this really floral flavor all the way through, and it's not too strong. It's just like at the back of your tongue, and when you bite into it, you're like, yep, that's cheesecake. Really good. We're baking, so there we go. We got some vanilla extract. It seems to follow us around a lot. A little bit of sea salt. Gotta put salt in our sweet desserts because it just brings the flavor to the table. So this is the thing I'm bringing to the table. I've created a different way to bake a cheesecake instead of using a water bath. Water baths are dangerous. It's hot water, you know, it could burn you and all that kind of stuff, and it's just no good. So this is a wet towel. I got it really wet with warm water and then stuck it in the oven for a few minutes. Let it get extra hot. Not so hot to the touch. You can see I'm touching it just to get it started. We don't want to put cold stuff in the oven and hope it's going to do its job. So just take that wet towel. I'll wring out some of the water, but it's still moist. That's going to act as the insulator, which is the same thing that the water bath does, and it worked perfectly. And it's easy, it's lightweight, and it's safer. You try it one time, you'll be all over it. So just balance the spatula up and down a little bit. We're just getting it to look right, but we're also getting out some of the air bubbles while doing that. And then once we're done, we're going to slap it down a couple of times just to help make sure we got the air bubbles out. We don't want to cut into a cheesecake and have big air pockets. And then we're going to go straight into the oven. 325 the whole time. No cracking the door, none of the stuff that other people talk about. It's just not necessary. And you're going to see. It took me exactly 45 minutes with this new doodad. One of the things that this new tool is good for is it's good for making 2 cakes. As far as the recipe I'm giving you guys today. The recipe I'm giving you guys today is for a normal spring-form pan. The one you probably already have in your refrigerator. So I'll give you 2 recipes on the website. I'll have one for using this cool device as you're seeing as I'm taking it off, and one for the regular, larger springform. It just peels off super easy, and then it's sitting there on the glass thing. See the edge? It doesn't peel off anything. It's just clean all the way around. It's really impressive, and it's cheap. It's under 20 bucks. I'm gonna have links on the webpage for you guys to check out too. And there we go. We have a cheesecake, and it was easy. So here's the caramel sauce. You guys ever seen that in the grocery store? It's becoming really popular nowadays. And it's totally done caramel sauce. You don't have to do anything else to it. I think this costs like $1 too. Forget about those next to the ice cream aisle things of, you know, caramel. It costs like $3 or $4. This thing's under $1, and there's tons of it. So once you get it and put it in a little bowl, about 20 seconds or so with a little water in the microwave just to get it to be pliable. So here's how we're going to cut it. I went ahead and cut because I was in a hurry, needed a piece, and it looked horrible. So for presentation, that's just hot water. I'm sure most of you guys have seen that before, but it's going to give us a nice clean cut, so we have a nice presentation. It's like surgery. Make it perfect. It really does work though. That's the only way to cut a cheesecake. Warm water on a knife. And it's better to use a knife that doesn't have a serrated edge, because those edges are going to try to grab and make it not clean. You can see a nice clean cut. Yumminess. I added some pecans at the top. Check us out on Pinterest and Facebook. If you guys like this, go ahead and hit the subscribe button below. We've got lots more coming for you guys, and have a great one.